All right, hey, what up YouTube? So I want to make this video for everybody out there who keeps asking me, how do you do the things that you resist doing? And that's what this video is going to be about, okay? So I'm just going to pace around the house here because I like to pace and I don't like to sit at my desk all day. So look at it, right? What would be the benefit of you actually doing the stuff you resist? Like really, let's look at this for a moment, okay? And then I'll get into how do you do this in a moment. But do you see the benefit within yourself of how do you actually improve your life? Is it just through doing the easy thing? Like, think about this. I was chatting with someone the other day, and we were talking about like if life was easy. And it's like, I wouldn't wish that on anyone, that you just have an easy life with no challenges at all. It's like, I'm not saying I wish struggle on people blatantly. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, challenge is good, right? Because when you're perfectly prepared to meet a challenge and you face the challenge head on, you enter what they call the flow state. And the flow state in itself is not valuable within itself, but you get to get yourself stronger. Okay, and that right there is what's really valuable. So looking at resistance, right? How I see it is, yeah, it's so valuable. It's so valuable to get yourself to the point where you can look at your resistances and what you fear doing, and then you just learn how to do it anyway. Because when you can do that, you then, for lack of a better term, you become unstoppable. So sometimes we'll go through life and things are easy, or we think we know a certain way through, but then what ends up happening is change happens. And you see the things that you resist, and a lot of times that we don't even look at them. Right? Or we just distract ourselves. We say, I'm just going to keep doing this and whatever. But the resistance is actually a gift. I would write that down. I would write down resistance is a gift. Okay? Pretty cool, right? Resistance is a teacher. You can learn from the resistance of where are you weak, right? Where could you get stronger? So now, how the heck do you get yourself to do the thing? Right? How do you get yourself to do what you resist? Well, if you can't define what the thing is that you need to do, start with that. Like if you're not clear on what you have to do, look back at times where you were clear on what you have to do, right? This might be very simple. Like if you have a business and you have a step-by-step formula to build a business, just do that. Like easier said than done, but you're going to face a point where you have to will yourself into it. You have to direct yourself. And even though there's the excuses and I could scroll and I could look at another Facebook video or YouTube video or blah, 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 all that stuff, right? You're going to find ways to distract yourself. But if you want your life to be good, I guarantee you're going to have to face resistance. And you're going to have to find a way to direct yourself anyway, even though you face it. And so go back to the simple stuff. Right? What is step 1, step 2, step 3 that you got to do every day? And then instead of giving into, I don't want to do it right now, just do it. Okay? Look at your calendar. If you don't have a calendar with stuff in it of what you have to do every day, right? Just as soon as you can, clear the spot in your calendar, just say, get shit done. Put that in your calendar, right? And then go do the thing that you're resisting. Like if you need a motivational video to get you going, that's a sign that you're stuck and you're not in a good spot and should probably connect, right? So hit me up with the word motivation and send me a DM with the word motivation if you need help with your motivation, because motivation is really tricky. It actually is a way that a lot of people keep themselves trapped, but you got to use motivation strategically. And then when you get your motivation dialed in enough, you can build something. So then you have the system and then the step by step. And here's a good way of me explaining this, right? For the past few weeks, I've been looking at building a certain project. And then that project, we ended up, it was going really, really good. And then we realized there was a way to pivot it. It was me and some business partners. And in that pivot, I had a little bit of resistance because I was like, it's going really good. But then through conversation, right, because I have awesome people around me, we're able to see, hey, this would make it even better. And even though I resisted it, I ended up sitting down for myself. I just looked at it and I was like, okay, yep, all right, make the decision. Boom. And now, because I made the decision, I just wrote down, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. So keep it simple for yourself, right? Keep it step 1, 2, 3. You get the shit done, and then you just clear your calendar so you can actually get it done. All right, so that's the journey. But I can look back at all these times, I'm sure you can too, of times where you felt the resistance to do something that was really going to level you up. And, I got a good question I'll ask you in a second here. But I just want to explain this real quick, it's like, I know you've seen times in your life where you felt that resistance, but then you did it anyway and you actually broke through. Like there's a buildup and then a breakthrough that happens. So here's the question you can ask yourself, right? This is what I was alluding to earlier, is look at, over the past year, the times in your life that you are most proud of, like actually proud of. Like you did the best thing, not the easy thing, okay? You did the best thing. Sometimes the best thing can be the easy thing, but it's few and far between. So look back in the past year at the times where you really broke through. You had a real objective breakthrough, like it was awesome. Take a moment, pause it, and write it down, because I know you're not going to do it later. So leverage the fact that you're listening to this video right now or watching this video, and you can do this. Okay, so look at that. What were the times over the past year that maybe pushed you? You're really uncomfortable, but you're the happiest that you did them. And then look at how did you feel in the moment? What was the resistance in the moment? Right, and that feeling right there, maybe you felt a little scared, terrified, uncomfortable. Because when you have that, right now, that's like a reference point for you. It's pretty cool, right? Because then you can see that reference point of, oh, I felt like shit. It was not good. I was scared. I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyway. And then look, right? Now it's one of the best parts of your life so far. So that's my little reminder here for you today of looking at, this is the opportunity for you to look at resistance now and switch it in your mind. Instead of resistance being something that's just unpleasant and you want to avoid it, rather look into, what are the things I resist? Where can I get stronger? Because as you can do that, right? Look, who will you become if you do that? Right? If you become the person where no matter what comes up, you persist and you succeed, and you're going to need people around you, right? You need support. That's why I have a bunch of people around me who I leverage my friend group to be able to do that. Right? And then we support each other to do that. And we keep leveling up. So if that's something that you would like for yourself, one, just look at, do you actually want that for yourself? And then two, if that's the case, hit me up, DM me the word motivation. And I'm happy to share some stuff with you that I know it worked really well for me and it worked very well for a lot of people. So hit me up with that, because that is how your life will continue to get better. All right, see you in the next video.